Then, like I was saying to you, and while it helps to keep on forwarding the same and saying the whole of the arguments that I will ever have in the record of the delusional character of these víboras degeneradas perras de Sodom y Gomorrah and Kirchners with them, and your evangelics, to implicitly, deliberately making up in a class of a degeneration and in a class of a sickness, like supposedly I will be having sex like a whore. You remember, if you all me, the denouncing of pranks and carnivals that I will be going through. And this for real, that you know I don't lie. And I don't the liar, and I am not a schizoid. So I will be like the drag queen with a very enormous boobs and so in like letters or some polymeric attached at the whole of my supposed silhouette that I will be with a corset right behind in a very klech with a very enormous tail, and so like pretending to make an imitation of somebody. Around the whole of the trouser of perros degenerados, Sodoma Federal y Fuerzas Armadas to shaft up, sorry the word. And supposedly I would have done the same today. I just got off of this door, like you know, you asked me, Yorana Lana and Edmund. You needed I to walk. I were with a situation. I had to come into odontology for watching myself as I had a turn for diagnosis. And you needed for the problems we were through, just I walked. So I just walked until Lautaro Street and Rio de Aviveno from my door. And before I just given you, which started keeping on saying that I was stealing them, worships to Yeshua. And the songs that after that I just walked through. Donato Alvarez Aveno here in Buenos Aires. And I kept on walking all through the afternoon, and I supposedly have been having sex. And we were discussing and recovering the possibility to taking people back, kidnapped, delivered into here for being raped. But this perro de cuarta, degenerados, considered government of the world now, with the perro de cuarta Scioli. So suddenly, at the clear fact of this, and poor offense, I will the liar, keeps on the same cycle, perro de cuarta delirio, that they will ever command being right for everything, and being the unique to hear, and anyone to offense whom they will send to kill, or rape. So suddenly, in the middle of this all, kept on profaning me every minute, every second, and saying that everything were them and nothing I. And we're seeking for any other, like we're doing to my friends and our people over the, how's this? Government of US and Government of Israel and United Nations and ICCs, how as subventions for their not having no work here. And I wanted they to be out, but accuse us that we will ever be making traffic of criminals. So suddenly, we supposedly in the terrorism and against the land, for they to having the time up and opportunism for the kidnapping and can kill, sorry the word, maricas reventadas. And even though Kirchner's perros de cuarta, always supporting, and it's exactly the rule, perros degenerados. So suddenly in the middle of this situation, we go through this. I just walked until Barrancas de Belgrano in a very non-lineup ways it were. Today you just corroborated my 3 years walking through. Over day and night and non-sleeping in and out of the city. Impossible. So suddenly, at the enfermedad de género evangelista, with the pardon of victims, salat. Y mierda degenerada, Ejército Armado Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, which are not going to be any other, with the pardon of victims that are killing and destroying and raping and murdering permanently. Código Negro, la patria demanda, la patria te la voy a poner en el maldito trasero, perro degenerado. So, sorry for this. In Keramahaliki Vishochmekamahamab, in Klebespot Levisish Givatikachach la Masmasiligi. So the clear fact of this will be declared Michael Sopler Steve Master Shafim, and forget me the terms. You know, there is this class of a rule that they were permanently, since my father, doing this to me and saying that they has rights. And supporting everything but the liars of the Terrazos Evangelistas, and they recognizes me every day like we just saw. I went in the bathroom and I would make my prayer. And I just asked to Liaison to put in the hell, in other terms. And they're just saying, let's go to kill the land off. And let's go to destroy all Jewish because of he said. And they are recognizing me of who I am permanently. And this is not an excuse of a B-word of a cycle, perro degenerado. So, we make you believe that this will be the purpose of them, which are living. At last we have a fun. Marica de guarda, violento, perro infeliz. I'm sorry for this. Suddenly the clear fact in her fechmatli visoslivismati kamala. They recognizes me. And they says that I don't bend. That I should obey. And keeps on profaning me and making the generations because of my child supports them. Threat, few. The rest, you know them. Mierda como ellos. So, in the middle of this all, tries to keep on saying that I'm a liar, while keeps on forwarding and making time up, and the Sioli Perra de Cuarta now seeks Sodom and Gomorrah to sacrificial and saying, defense the patriot and I'm gonna have it all. And turns to making I don't know what social shit that turns to saying in the proselytism of Perro de Sodoma, and sorry for this, for the making them earning and the business. Market of Perrada Sucia, like every Kirchner. So, all through this, the clear fact is threaten Ari, again, and murder people like I already told you. And Elisa Carrillo should be in New York, and I hope she'll do. And she'll be there with a precocious reality. For we're seeking to murder her. And the Perras Evangelistas making up the delusional of, oh, she's idolatry and she delivers witchcraft with the Satanudos Virgin, which she never done. But all over, oh, she's sent to the Klechasi, to the Satanudos, and where the Perra Cristina Kirchner. With them, Papa la Bausuma, Plavesisi Francesca. So suddenly, in the reality this, and I'm sorry my violence, which I have a lot, and overwhelmingly, and I'm sorry this, forgive me please. Gerchalach mitzel lisashvek lach machia plevesot levistin shedafam. Starts to keep on delirium. Oh, Hossa sings. Te voy a meter en un prostíbulo del infierno para que todas las maricas de Sodoma que mandaste a violar a mi gente, parra acá, te la revienten por todos los siglos. Mandacida parra. Sorry for this. No, they do. And I'm going to show you. Betlesech matla havesich ishpot levefech machli, kashva levesechika, havefech lachamar levisiswot vesishmatim. Betlesika havefech lachamat lechi, yitzov levsviki, tishkatach machal vesop levismita vishmativa. Leoli karach lakinosol levesoshmitiva, beblesikach matzeach levesosh levisim. Because to keep on making the same. Like I told you. Enfiebrada, maldita, reventada tierra. With the pardon of victims and innocents, which are still numbers. We moved people today, and Perro de Cuarta turned to saying, because of, we are going to take Nova, because of everybody, and they are going to have fear and they are going to recognize that we demand. After the reality that we were fighting for. And the generous evangelistas telling, because of we fundated, and everything is says. Oportunística prostituta babilónica de la maldita bredeta sodomita. And blechmasirish por the befechmasid lyran like fevered diablos reventados, which tastes like. So the clear fact of the rescued and saved by Adonai and us, our efforts every day, will be reduced into a very prostitute riding a disgusting Sodoma rotten sherba meat for the making trade up on our lives and saying that they will be the kings and queens. And for keeping the picture and the violent reality, which is. Gremopler pasech machal visaf am blevesish ribatam. Adlesir refech lachamat levis antikashvach lachamatim. Blevech mont lechivisen aslivim. Givach plech masech levis ot letishvatam, baplech nachalivim. Retiva plech matach legivisopika refech lachivis oshmiata veplevisivim. Enker revetzech animam. I'm telling you, seems like nothing will ever happen on our own. Then the medico de mierda keeps on taking places and militares knows what they do and justice is gonna take care and they are gonna take care of it with police. President gave me because of we work. And the shit around are exactly what is depopulated all over the field and calling on us to some people for repopulating to shape like nothing ever happened. They can teach them and tell them how to Argentinism. And looking like they will keep identities of every people they murdered. So suddenly, the clear fact of this, it will be delivering, but the Hollywood cannot be protected and the plateau is so complete. I won't say no names, I won't say nothing, which we already understand that they themselves are pretending and give something intentions for every day. So, whatever the delusion of the generados is, telling that the we will be making espionage and damages to the nation, and spiritual terrorism by kissing, and so shit that they are and they do, is exactly so what the reality for this, whenever there is a pedazo de hijo de Ramil, you found them all here. No, I have no idea. Alright, Rebefech Matzech Alidim. Slegi Mal Rebefech Lachim. All this. He cut it to us, don't you see? Since 1980. I'm using my cup like this, and I love it. Enjoy, I share with you. Alright, give us more levestach lechem, and give us what lechem etzivim. Redesvechlik in sachlik ishmat levefechad, and clarissimat levem. Sachlik chelefes lisisham. I have a little bit overweighted, okay. Increased some pounds, I'm sorry. Skleche bismak, refesechlik, shpot levefech machad, levesasimim. Alekir revechelech vismot levestishmatzim. Is every day I am being destroyed and they are ill in my life and thirst to sing that has rights the sick mother, criminal shiad everyone. Revefech machlach visech ishpad levefech machad, levesigishmatim. I am tired, I didn't check my accounts, I didn't receive nothing, keeps on making damages and saying that I'm a liar, and everything that I pretend to sell will be stolen. And I didn't do the wood thing yet. The sewing machine I didn't see for no address which will restore it. Works but terribly since Garciela just borrowed me. It doesn't make the right thing. I'm frustrated and everything. I cannot do nothing. I cannot reach out nothing. They are saving me, destroying me for more, murdering for more, and saying that they are going to do to me. And saying that they cut to F word, my mother, and making the chat because of they has rights, because of I don't go to blow chop them, because of they cannot come inside my house, and they cannot internate me yet because of I should ever ban and being humiliating myself in front of them saying, give it to me, give it to me. Well, destroys my friends and everybody's and families complete. So, perras, maricas, médicos argentinos. Obediencia de vida, vas a dejar que me traten así? And sending to stimulated marica reventada violador asesino de cuarta, Fuerzas Armadas, and rest Kirchners on defense, the patriot and the emblem. Are you gonna let them insult us? And I want them all dead. Esta tierra está enferma y maldita por la eternidad y no se libra. Todo el que sea víctima inocente, Adonai quiere, reclama y saca. El resto son todo carne de demonios por los siglos. Remoplech basifafam anrechaliki ravesechli gashvatleki marravefasvianati. And the prostituta de guarda starts to saying that I concede myself aliyah, and they are condemned forever, and everyone in an illness and psychopathy that you will never imagine, and I'm going to show you them all here. Right at the Blech Masech Ishvat Lachimatzimim, no te atrevas, te dije que vengas! And worse things like those. Brains and carnivals. And of course, Kirchners. Y perras de Sodoma y Gomorra. Reconoce porque yo te mando acá y no te atrevas. If you will see them, they will twist and floor like a piece of a crab of Sodoma asking for blood of mine. Germa blech misech ishvat lebechi visab lagin revefech matzim, an legi revefech laki visot lebismoshba, in gil revefech laki visot lebisma. But neser mach lachashpoat levisivit lavikanat, in sonablim. I am destroyed. What you wanted I to tell you, okay, I'm telling you. The contamination that have produced with the bacterium, Plipiam, Sivam, Plecasmat, didn't work. The symptomatology, I keep on having it. I wear 1 complete week of true and Nebutar compositum to tablet stay. And this 3 days of the completing the 7 days of what it is, the prophylaxis for disparasitation, which is really weird. And I eliminated Avaritania already. It's Sachinata. But lesech maplech isoshlek yervech lachamatzim, I keep on the symptomatology, keeps underground to the particle of God, min plasemachtis can bimbab, to making switch atomical PMCMC that cannot giving no more than 5 micrograms, sorry, each time as uses it, and cannot be developed because it doesn't work for nothing further. And if they try for something good, they burn themselves. So it's not going to work. Remasech Lakim keeps with that, taking protein from my eyes, saying that they produces células madres, and also trying to take protein from my brain. Perros degenerados milicos y toda perra federal and Kirchner's, saying that has rights. And delivering like I gave them signatures, and also government of Israel, Lebron, and the government of the US, governments of Europe, ICC, ICC, and everyone will be in Edificio Néstor Perra Sodomita Kirchner, Panamá, pedófilo de cuarta como toda su maldita cría, degenerado criminal asesino, judicida nazi, perro de Sodoma y Gomorra, como toda su clase. Y prostitutas de cuarta, and saying that they have rights and they will be the whole of the world and not the world itself. So, the Nestor Kirchner building were destroyed for 17 times and keeps on being destroyed, and I'm going to keep on destroying them. And suddenly the reality of the whole of this tierra de mierda keeps on raising shit and applauding them. And telling that they have rights and everything I do, they will do in right. So recognizes me permanently of who I am. And there's the thing that I cast them out and I took mind control. And you had recordings today about justice bodies that we celebrated, but I wish I would be here. And there is a very natural places and ambience where we could do amazing things, even if a plaza or streets or some theater or some normal places that anybody will enjoy, and I wouldn't have no problem to share with. And I would be so greatly happy, and I know that you were trying, and this is not a virus neither. and thirst to keep on saying the same, evangelistas de mierda, and thirst to keep on saying the same, perros de cuarta, milicos degenerados, with a whole that, and thirst to keep on making the same here, 2 buildings away, and all over Dutch underground with Ramon Falcón, Secret, Mariano Costa, Avenue and Premetro, Buenos Aires, where Kiman and Kimar, Wirmi Dank, and Bleras Boktajin, and the whole of the degeneración de mierda, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, considered police stations all around, while rapes and murders people in and out, and the whole mierda acá, which gets inside tunnels and also Evangelistas Unidas, Preni Carnival, for the making the KELLARH chap and the witchcraft and the I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna do it because if I serve the government. Bedlesser reflect Mahalivisot, the camarade, and Blevesech Piat, Maseshove, reflect La Hamatsimada, Blevifis Ablevis Wort, like in the Sivim, and saying that they did to me, Bahash. Are 9,999,999 more cases where my name appears, which are not cases, but invention of the generados, Kirchners and UNASUR, all over the territory, to raping and murdering Jewish population and kidnapping from all of the states with the, they don't have to know it's a similar secret, we got to bring them here for they to confess, for raping them and murdering and saying that they are going to take them places with a very mass stepped sisters. Kirchners, the generados, trying to make a replica with IDs and saying, we're always us. And this is not a terror sci-fi comics one, it's a real. So suddenly I have them right back here with a trying to take from my brain and putting shit that they says got to be. And I'm receiving intelligence not only as spiritually and physically, but still institutionally in the whole level of the generation, saying that they have rights to taking my money and my patrimony and my accounts and everything, and getting inside my accounts, milicos degenerados, with my own passwords, and perros evangelistas and perros kirchners, y todo perro de cuarta, consider of, ahora se lo voy a hacer peor porque tiene que entender que llamando, enfermedad degenerada, matones de puerta, perros infelices, that I'm sick of them and I want them dead. To everyone, until to reaching out, until the number and whoever to be, I want them dead. Kremopler massivisch vopler farravim. Al gere vefechla kishka tibata havach maki, a elo vispa. A elo kila ki rempach matlivis ontlivis ishevef. In likeshkach hat simatlivis mat. So the truth of this is sick just like them. It's every way, every day. Bedle kira vefechli kamar revesachish bola vespatli dikini sechmatim in shashve o lertiva. Germachala givesoch pluat geshvachlacham. In likar revefecha likavespachtachecha lishmat vesivesim. Gerrevech matlachinitzim keeps on attacking the clock for whatever I say. That's they gotta hate me. That's they gotta love me, it's gonna work for you. Enfermador, degenerado, manipulador 666, marica argentina, prostituta argentina, ejército armada, fuerzas armadas, perro degenerado que te creíste que podés hacer con la vida ajena y con la vida de cualquiera lo que se te canta, delirando que mandás y que sos Dios, mandacida marica infernal. Y te atreves a seguir haciendo profanación y brujería como invitado diciendo a los evangelistas y lucianos, los diablos degenerados te dieron lo que no te pueden dar. Y morís así. Baples machali bichmot leki vachat de made. Desleki rabafech machali bisot levis. En daar stukje van dingen zijn. De bles machlaki mir. Aflech matzame, yo me pregunto qué hacemos. Bethlehem. I already put it in the hell. The complete of the cut and shit of a lamb and still appearing degenerados all over. And we have sons of hell, big words, that turns to helping, trying to roaming technologies and crafters to trying to reconstructing maricas y parras, the Sodom and Gomorrah, to bring them back, but this will be sci-fi or the Lyris and Schizoid. But the problem is that there is happening, but No one were brought back. That's the thing is, where does this perros hijo de perra comes from? What is the source? To raping and murdering. No, it's not providing. Bat leser ma plech visach shmatzinim in revefech machal givisach la kar revefech levisot levisachef in revefach machaligam. Every day are sickest and every day are degenerated, worse than ever. En revefech machal visam. Bat lesech machalvi. Bat lesech machalvi tom aplavesasiviv. Gerdachli mishpat lekar rafech lefso aplavesmat lekishpach likar gerdatasmat levesishmativa. En lakir revechmat matseshmi simat lekiviotska. Revefecha lekar revesecha leshmot vesivimiv. In likar revecha levisot levisot shetalamav. Gerachlik chamachalas va aplavesikish kavachlaki imonem. They're taking the folder that I had on Israeli music and saying that were music of them always that Israel stole them. And I will steal in them that I will be stealing software and every class of things that also free maker or free make company will be of them. And they in all either using and I will use for making crime, downloading what with justice parties we were agreeing and making while enduring these limitations and these prohibitions illegitimately like criminales degenerados enfiebrados, cada parra acá y cada degenerado evangelista y cada parra de estos are. Revefech maplech mesechish vadaveplech michalidim maplech vashlakav and revet samivin. I am not feeling okay, are destroying my life and are destroying us all. And I don't like this. And I need this to be finished. I want you to protect yourselves. I know you are not involved about vitrations, Calvin, Raf, and Tasmim, Matlevesim. You're going to check it all. You're going to see it all. Revefech matlachi visot lekishpat bekacha chalagimesob levesmansa shalam. Gia la karacha levisikoch matimosef levisesher. Ben revefech lakir revesesha belekivitzechecha. An lekomalkim revefechol beletimisish matevas blakevikimitam. Bar revefecha legishmot levisim bat lesich ligishkat libas memsumale. And give some learning whatever. And forging and attacking and destroying and murdering and kneeling and making the whole blech machalikish bat lechbach halikivisot levismat levisim chavami revefech lachamat levisish bat lechnim. Families complete under murder, under massive rape. Gerefech lachamat lechivisot lesima plevesam. Every day comes more perros degenerados and playing the patriotic shit, civilian shit, aplidatica shet potam, which says the Serbs ablicuma plasimim, says that actishmat levechama plesesi that at inomab, and telling that they serves the patriot in the cause. And there's the saying that they do the videos and they makes me know. While profaning me every day like perros abominables and the whole sick shit being participating for everything. Kirchners and civilians and the whole maldita degenerada tierra with the partner victims and innocents. Even evangelics. Private security and whole damn shit all around. Today I crossed for about 9,000 degenerados, and pardon for the victims, which I'm not talking about, that tear to delivering and saying that I'm going to show you here as well. The whole shit that Marica, Policía Federal Argentina, but our Federal Police of Argentina and militaries, you cannot say that wouldn't be happening. And there's the thing, of course, los trolazos. And Remaplech Vachmachali Visokli Kamachalakim, sorry the word, to making the whole damages and destructions and defamation for more, saying that they're going to win. But no win. Wing. Como murciélago de Lucifer. Van a letear. Bet leser ramaplech machali visot vevisach lachamav.
Rebefech lacham ablevespech likishpat lachachaliginim. Amblechabespech lekin rebefech lachashritam. Betlesin rebefech lacham ablevesech matzishpat levesab levismatvim. Gichmatlan. Betlesech bachaligiv. Givespak de kachalachmat levisem batlevesim baplekar rebefech levisov. Yeremitzach lekinesa sheva fe oblevesavav. Adlek terravimi, adlek rebefecho oblevesmasanim baplesanivam. Evangelica de mierda keeps on saying that they commence and they will give me the lesson of the love of the souls. Well, they have loves for the demons like them. And no any other is going to happen. Tienen tanto amor que son tan frías prostitutas que poner la otra mejilla para ellos es mandar a matar y violar a nuestra gente y decir dame el 50 la casa y dame el trabajo, te doy y te hago lo que quiero. Y lo que se te ocurra. Which I am not offering, maricas. Sorry, your honors, people. Remoplech echamoplech bisak likishpat lech machal givisotlev amplevefech lachamatim girefech lakara amatlevisot levisanki vishka batlechman. Deflectivas prostitutas de Babilonia, prostitutas de Sodoma. Deflectivos como Lucifer. ¿Qué es lo que son? Con el perdón de víctimas. Reba Fachma Laki Rebesech Lakim, destroying my life and everybody else is saying that they got to save. And because of we don't understand and doesn't have mercy and don't regret in front of the Christ and coming to them for they saying, oh, Lord loves you and everything is okay, regret, everything's going to be okay, accept the Lord and let us do with you what as market we have because if we're going to be glorious and crowned. Further them will be nobody. So they says that we should be condemned because if we don't set the reality of identity, we exist with the real God, and they will be the only ones. So further them, nothing will be. And if we come inside, they makes the real market. The teller, perra bruja, degenerada, Babilonia, Sodoma, are all inside with them, and they themselves, with the partner victims, for the making like they were doing permanently with me. Oh, clean yourself. Go inside. That Lord has something for you. Oh, He doesn't cleanse. Give it to me. Somebody needs that most. Seek your smells, perra de guarda, are all the same. And much farther than that. Oh, we can keep everything. The only thing we get to do is giving in. They will handle it all, don't you worry. Carníbal de mierda. Y la con Satanás es perra degenerada. Sorry the words. Y toda mierda acá. Y toda mierda. Brain y asociados. Naturally. Alright. Forgive me the moment of my violence and my recurrently non-proper words for directing myself to you all. And for the bench, my manipulative moment, right? So you that. Okay. Blevesmat lachinitzam, blevesech legishvat levesechim, rebefech machal legishvat levesech lika, rebefo blevesmat legishka, sechmatim. Keeps on saying that they makes the videos and they makes everything and they talks to you all, but you won't be you, but what they says is going to be you. Terrorists are saying that they says and they will. Rebefech matlech levisot lekichmatzacha, levesot levisishvatim, rebefech alekama, rebefech levisot levisansinim, and lives on raping and murdering even those that doesn't work with, that were promised to, oh, you're going to be this, and believe to the witch, and believe to the angelic, you're going to get it. And once there is the frustration, calls, rapes them, murders them, saying, we're not going to lose the power, come that I got to. And goes to seek another son of a snake, perro hijo de perra, saying, you're going to work with this. Ejército argentino, Kirchner, Armada Argentina, evangelistas, prince, carnivals. With a pardon of you that you know already. But let's see Ramaplech Pachal Visot Viskish, Matlech Havaplech Machaliv Sam, Tierra de Mierda, la quiero en cenizas. Dikama Rebefechlaki Visos, Lekini Rebefechala Vispot, Masil Visotlika, Gerch Machali Visot Visim, and cats reacted for more on Tierra de Mierda, se manda contra la patria, contra la nación, contra el gobierno, no trabaja, no hace nada, y nosotros qué hacemos? Mierda como lo que sos. Sorry this. Ramaplech Masim keeps with the enterprises and companies, multinationals are all them because of we will make damages to them, supposed government of the world. And they will own everything and they will determine it and say and threaten to blasting and bombing and murdering everybody and everywhere.
UNASUR, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Kirchners, Scioli, y Evangelistas Unidos, saying that has threats to taking the land. Germablech matlech visosleki hamatla, karhavefech levisotlevisishkava, rambamba blivisamim, in leki ravefech loat metzivach. Forgive me, this is not so distant video. The terms are off of the right place. Forgive me, please. I will ever say in different qualifying ways. Bedlesech machali visotleki, machali viseshar, ravefech machali biorobat lefech matlech visachli kishpat matlech machali visogvim. In leki ravefech lachamat livis. Leszki bat lekarach lefesol levechmika ravetlevizol dukwat kidniskat lekim ravefat levespat levesar kachaleki ravechal levesol levisish mat levefech machal levitlokimi ravefech lakini ravesol levistav shpap lekni kamatach mat li mat levospap levesiviv ishkal ravech mat levesol levizeshlaki vechlevismotivam bet lesika levesol levespat levesishkati kamakat lasmat lentikimos pop levesivekim Ravefech levisop levesmat levesech ishpat leplech machal levesmot ledim ishpat lekin ravefech lachi vesvot mesim. They're okay, but not so okay because of desperate and manipulated makes anything and exposed for worse and are all involved. But the ones that were being murdered, and I already gave them to you, and what you know with Tony and the problems around, goes friends and gets in and said, no, because of you didn't accept it and you didn't blow chop, I'm going to make you. Toda marica reventado are involved, and forgive me in the terms. Revefech matlach evisachli kishpatlach matlech vatim, and keeps on making the profanation, marica reventados. Revefech machal evisachli kashach la amasimara. And keeps on making the whole of the damages, delirantes hijos de perra, which came into here and not for extradited or deporting. Came into here playing that they would be doing something and we told them not to tear and are destroying me and ending me, the few that you have, and the rest are all perrada social general of them, and there's to come into being with them for the making the chap saying that they are going to save the land. Bedlesech machal ki ravefechar ki vesmot levespech kishmat lechar ki vat lemasivon and lechmat ravefech lisot lisim are destroying me, saying that I should never stop to saying and stop to doing anything, for they to see and they to help, that they are not going to see and help nothing, are sick because of they want it. This perrada de mierda no cambia. Bedlesech machal ki visochti veshpada vesmatim and rechal vikravefot levesech matim Gerch machal visot likishvat tachmatim. Angla reva fecha livishod litzima chach legishmot levesevav reva chlak marivisos levisef and selevishafim. They rather a hocus pocus throws it up a little carne reventada de mierda, playing the hero and the supper. Crown and medal, so I have Kirchner's nomination. And learning that they are going to be glorious over destroying our people and destroying me. Thinking they are heroes. Like today the tellers maricas de la Federal y Ejército Argentino y Evangelistas Unidos. Profaning me on, you're not going to take this away from me. And saying, by profaning me, the whole things we were discussing and doing, and saying that I am going to organize because we're going to stop this, and it's going to be us, and it's not going to kill nobody else. They have rights to having sex and privacy by raping our people, and ethnic rights and states' rights, scientificism to raping and murdering Jewish, we'd work for something good. Bet leski macham blesvak te kach machelivim. Am blesvak te kach klakam bat lesich vi anka vespa. Badlis Hamatim, Badlikam, An Revefech Matiam, Bleves Fortirish, Beblesech Bachalkim, Imodlevim, Slekti. Gremaplech Masechish, Badbesplech Miasechal Vitov, En Likar Revefech Lachmat, Lediskar, Levis En Shlikimid. Garach Livis Oplikacha, Da El Bletecha, Ishekacha Lechmat Lavis Forlevi Inshkivita, Gremaplech Matzi, Bleveswop, Levishman Chanimik, Lakimik, De Ilibifech Bachal Vesot Levis En Shavafi. And I didn't receive my older sim of 20, and they once had for the saying, it is us and it's ours and we own it all, and keeps on making tanages and rubbing the whole of the fire, saying, we are going to do to it already with everybody, and now we are going to do to his family. We have everything that he have done, and we are going to reproduce it, and we are going to show it where it always has. Keeps on making the same figure degenerada, mierda. Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, Prefectura DSSB, Specials Metropolitana, Policía PIDRSM Militar Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Kirchner, everyone, all. And the doctorcita Matasana degenerada braguetera Argentina, with a pardon of victims still. Delira, necesita medicación. Esta persona dice cada degeneración es tan abominable y delira, es totalmente enfermo, esquizofrénico. Es una cosa de locos. ¿Qué pasa que no lo medican? Ay, por favor, solo por eso es la presidencia. Idolatría de diabla reventada prostituta, y así los pongo muertos. Lesama rebefech la kimisab le besfasab, in rebefech la hamat levisot bekach matin, and keeps on destroying our peoples, and this person keeps sick. And whatever I do or say, take the medications. Bedlesech makler rebefech lekishpot le beserimala, and kler rebechiri sop le bespizina. So suddenly the reality is que rebefech machal vesima blevesiresim, and lekima rebefam a blevesakti kachal. En lishvatimar, en lishkema rebefim, dech blakin rebefecho a blevesasvishka, and beswot levisamavim. So the clear is in Gle rebefechlika, rebefech lachimitzim, Graciela keeps with the he had to having, and there is the Gracier. And Gracier pension is disability. And also pension for disability. Told to the doctor, you need a certificate, and that is all. You're going to have for a moment that life is facility. So nothing happens. And when she goes to tribunales, there are going to be a sort of a waiting for maricas federales y milicas already agreed with Marica K about if she comes, oh, but this person should be working, very sure doesn't need medication. Oh no, but oh, let us, because if we know what we do, we are the government, we command. And producing the possibility of a supposed internation. And he doesn't accept it and doesn't work. All right, needs medication. Forensics knows it. He couldn't live without it. But listen, Rabefech Machal Gimisim keeps on delivering esta tierra de mierda, enfiebrada mugre, con el perdón de víctimas inocentes. And Rabefech Machal Gisford Leves Patlacham of being lords. And we are gonna show why are we here. Para ser un criminal hijo de perra. Para eso estás donde estás. Degenerado, abominado, enfiebrada mierda. Rebefach maklechim itzol bleveseshavim, forget me please. In leki rebefech lachama plechi vison levesektika, an rebefech lachamat levisot levisish. En chimatlika an blechmasika an blevesofim, I keep on receiving nothing, I keep on having nothing, I keep on limited robbing chaps and robbing what you sent, and thanks El Chai, and they to realize that they just left because of we're about to be murdered and taking the documents you sent me here in Buenos Aires. And also KELLARH machaligi shpok laki rafech lachi visop lebesmat legespach lachamati bafad. Legish kabach makler rafech levisop lebespat bikach machal lebesop leviskin shavim. Keeps on the whole of the documents I got were dams in the perra degeneradas. Presidencia Argentina, Kirchner's and Evangelistas Unidos that I never worked in my entire life. I never had no Telefónica of Argentina, no Entel, and no any other while the threat and the destruction of my person and Adonai trying to dealing with the situation for their people not being murdered or genocide for the reason of I will be just brilliantly for the Bet the from a black without Halekish Bachlachmit and a black massive blevis Bachlakimasem gives some kidnapping medical personnel that tells them no. And raping me civilly, I already catered you a lot. But there remains a lot and I wonder what happens here. I don't answer taking people out. Am I cheating myself and am I delivering and I'm not doing nothing? There is nothing about my person and they just taking my post and saying, it's Hasna. And it's only what we say. The Twilight Zone. Revafech mak lechelisot lakemach revefech lakemisavamar and blevesech levisons lakevisashire. It's glad of a weird sci-fi saga around here that goes through, I don't know, the dimensions of the twilight rectum and the vagina of Babel Grand Whore, Evangelics or something. Dimensional. The power of the phallus just raised and said, I'm going to just state and just making a blech machaliki sasi hagas pagas around and everything's wonder. I don't know, what the... Sorry. I'm sorry for the... Here's the picture. Goddamn shit. Remablech masi, and blades faktika, revefechel episod lebisin sachim et vladimar. Revefechel lekim et flech resop lebespak bikish chachal visini. En leki revefechel luaste lavsmativan. Gerrad liachbat likamasech levisot lebisin shalep lefech matzimal. Ankler mitim. Skerchol, seklikimat, seraflechbat. Smelt levisson para. Like here, Revefechlikishvat lamachana tilo atzivati shaktikach matzim. And taking also software again. Defender Windows with Microsoft. Soy amigo de la presidenta, later America. Saying that they are going to watch me for I did not make no crime. And taking the Defender Microsoft window off of my computer. Oh, Firefox is not installed here. It's not installed. And we're working and I installed it and from Firefox I got my Chrome. And the same with Avast. They only have an actualization installed. The right prime root has Policía Federal Argentina, Ejército Argentina. Por supuesto, las cuentas son nuestras. Y el Tribunal es Argentina. Y la Presidencia. Y el Ejército Argentino, los evangelistas no lo dieron. Por supuesto. But let's say Revefech Mikar, Revefech Siva, Plebes Patlikim, Batlesim, making the same sort of people around. And saying that we steal them. But this Revefech Motlaki is Opedis Testlika, Shechalek Mikaref Omaplevis. And such name. And Lechmiach Litzibis Lachush, Baptimasika, Revefech Lacham, and the whole of the planning. Everything. I give you. https www.BBIBDMC Anticam Secreto Sumario Secreto Estado Nacional Secreto Militar Argentino y Federal DICMC CIDE ODR ODChem Com BINCAM BINChem Tech Discal Middle ICO 859s 7 EDAC 24 zeros 18 fours PID 1319 TMC middle ODR TMI 48.90. The same
edicom bin sab, middle, secreto de estados, sumario nacional argentino, presidencia de la nación, servicio de inteligencia del Estado, gendarmería nacional, ODRCMT, expertos evangelistas unidos, expertos criminalistas argentinos federales, gendarmes, presidencia de la nación, presidencia Kirchner, BICIDOTXI41, middle, 8589 704 BIDX4 20 zeros 6 fours BBIDMIC1C34 PMTIC8T DSCAL 4 COMTET DMI5 middle sys middle ODRAM 5 INT point INT. Dismol DMICBAT Kibol Kimen Bin Comcat at Tech Tschmot middle, Disibel Carmesov, middle, secretos del Estado UNASUR, gobierno del mundo. Gemalam, Gemalem, Barmeram, Barmerem, middle. P, D, Al 4138T, Excot Meat, middle. Grande para todo el mundo y el mundo que no se arrodille morirá. Middle. PIC ODRMC 1319 DMI SICTEB Ejército y Armada Argentinos a la cabeza del mundo. Policía Federal Argentino, expertos para todos. El que no adore se loco. DMIC 4143 hasta la muerte y por todos los siglos. Delirantes maricas de Sodoma. Typically. Sorry. Middle. DMCIC 4143, a DXIC1C4, middle, ODAN, ODEX Tech, middle, 74, 851, DISOL, middle, 904-8, DMC 414308, 021311, middle, sys middle, ICOM 4.nt. In F9 works the whole of the last tools. At this October 27th, 2015, this is already 2301. This is the second part of a video that were shortened and somehow stopped. I don't know. Okay, it's going to take me a time, and while I to proceed into taking this, they are going to take the video, they are going to forge and reproducing already now for the thing it stems, and I will steal elements of government for the code to the punished marica reventada Argentina can kill to my people and saying they do to me and saying that they do what I do and they are going to be me. I blame the atrofiada marica reventada querido de héroe argentino, perros de cuarta, with a culture of a witch in the, in the ass or in the vagina, for not saying all other terms, and eating shit for the being shit forever and trying to make the Sodoma habits to our people for whatever I just say and saying that they are going to ban me for the torturing them and they hate me for the work for them. So the salo is for the whole of the ways and torturing and destroying and ruining and making the shit and eating our people for they to say they're going to win me. Which is Sodoma, I swear. You've got everything right in the recordings. And forgive me, okay, the terms I am with violence and I want to kill them all. And not even a breath of a goddamn fly and not a winging.